there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today we're going to do a quick review of this neat little, I recommended it as a stocking stuffer in my holiday gift guide. It's a neat little kit that I'll show a little video of me unboxing it here so you can kind of see how it looks when it comes all together. But basically what you have is a pad of 100% cotton watercolor paper, which are in a bookmark shape, which is about 2 inches by 8 inches. And it's 15 sheets. You get 3 half pans of Schminke Horadam, which is their artist grade watercolor. You have cadmium red light, lemon yellow citron, and helio cerulean. And so these are all single pigment colors. You have a triad here. It is a PR 108 cadmium red, a PY3 lemon yellow, and a PB 15:3 basically phthalo blue. So I'm not crazy about the colors that they selected in here. I would have rather had a cool red, but the cadmium red is an expensive color. And you also get a little travel brush, a DaVinci number 943, this little mini number 4 round, which is actually a really great brush. I used it to paint the little things in this little pad that I'm going to show you in a second. So the first thing I wanted to do was kind of add up what these items would cost if purchased separately. And I picked this up, and they must have priced it wrong when I bought it, because I think the price on the Blick website was like $16. I love to go in and look under their new heading to see what is new that's just hit the shelves. A lot of times they're coupon eligible, and if I happen to have a coupon code, then I can try out brand new products at a lower price. And I'm pretty sure this set was $16, and I kind of hemmed and hawed because Schminke is not my favorite watercolor, but I wanted to try the bookmarks. And I wanted to have that little travel brush, and I figured, what the heck, you know, they're basic colors, I'll use them up. And I went ahead and bit the bullet. And a part of me thought maybe I should buy an extra one for a present, but I just bought that one, and I finally busted into it to give it a try. So separately, this pad goes for pretty much everywhere you can find it around $10, anywhere between $9.50 and $10. But the retail price I've seen for as high as $16. I saw a list price on Joggles putting this at $11.75. So that's what I put as the list price for this. These little half pans, Jerry's had the best price on the lemon yellow and the helio cerulean at $7.14 each. List price $10.18. And the cadmium red, Jerry's had for $9.88, and list price was $14.14. This little brush here, list price was $5.82, but it was on sale at Art Supply Warehouse for $3.49. And that's the only place I could find this brush by itself. There was an eBay listing for like $30 for this little brush, but that is nowhere near accurate, I can imagine. But for $3.49 on sale, I would buy these to replace the brushes in my my travel palette that I use. I have Aquafine number 4 brushes in my Aquafine palettes, so this would be a good opportunity to buy those in bulk, and that's a store out of California. So I thought that was kind of neat, because it's a really nice brush. It's a really good detail on the point, and I enjoy painting with them. So I tallied up the retail price of each of these objects individually and got $52.07, and the price of this kit is pretty much everywhere right now. I'm seeing it for $25 or $24.95 or whatever. So you're saving half. So I think that's pretty good if you like these supplies. I don't think that's bad. I was hemming and hawing though at paying like $14 for it, and I definitely feel like I got my money's worth paying $14, even just for the brush and the pad of paper. So I'm really happy with the purchase. It's too bad the price still isn't $14, but you know, hey, it might even have been priced at $14 and I paid $13. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at my receipts, but yeah, they are offering a solid value here, which is really nice. So I was playing around with the colors here. These are the 3 colors that you get. The lemon yellow, and these are nice and vibrant. I've had issues where I bought Schminke Horadam watercolors, like in my little travel palette here, this little bijou box, and I didn't find them to be all that robust. But these were robust right out of the gate, so they're probably just fresher, I guess, because after I kind of soaked these and painted with them, then they got a lot more vibrant. But I mean, I would have thought that maybe I got the student grade by mistake, because it was like, that was not impressive. And this was an expensive set. It didn't come with the 4 colors in the center. It was just the 8 colors. And it was like $85, but I wanted it for the tin. Anyway, so I just kind of did a little mixing with those colors. So you can get a really nice green with the yellow and the blue. You can get a good orange with the yellow and the red. But if you mix the blue and the red, you get kind of like a black. Like the blue is too greeny and the red is too orangey, and they kind of cancel each other out, and you get a really dark color. So no purple. So if it had like a carmine or a magenta, we would have had a better mixing kit, but then you wouldn't have the cadmium red, which is a more expensive color. However, if you're getting this for a gift, I think it would be better, honestly, to have the cheaper magenta or carmine, just because if you may be giving this to a young painter, they may not know about studio safety. This might be their first professional watercolor. So personally, I think it would have been a better package, but maybe this is more appealing to painters that have been around for a while, that know the brand, that know the pigments. I don't know. That's just something I would caution if you are buying this as a stocking stuffer for somebody, because it will fit so good in a stocking, and what a joy that would be. Like teenage me getting that on Christmas morning, I would be like, yes, please. Thank you very much. You know, I would have loved that, but I honestly would have liked a triad that was a little bit better for mixing. So I just kind of putted around with that. I did go into my bijou box here and got some carmine out and started mixing, and then just made these little coffee bean shapes and just was fiddling around. I basically wanted to see how the brush is, and I really like that brush, and I really like this paper. So for the 16 or between $13 and $16, I can't remember exactly what I paid between that, I think it's a win for the paper and the brush. Also, there's like a little sheet of just plain copy paper here if you wanted to like doodle on, I guess. But there's only one. I don't know why that's there, but anyway, maybe to keep it protected. Oh, probably, you know what? It's probably in case any of this information rubs off onto your paper. The paper has a vegan sizing, but it does feel like a nice robust sizing. I will say I really like Hahnemühle paper, and I was a big fan of, I'm still a big fan of Arches, but they've had some quality control issues with their sizing not holding up over time, and I like a hard size paper, and I'm finding no qualms with Hahnemühle's sizing, with especially like they've gotten rid of some papers that I've liked, unfortunately, but I have no qualms with their sizing. I think it's nice and robust. I get crisp edges. It does not feel like, sometimes you get like Artistico paper has a sizing on it that's kind of just really soft. It's not as crisp as I like, and I like a hard size paper. I like the effects you can get. I like being able to scrub back. I like not worrying about tape or masking fluid, even though I rarely use masking fluid. I like my paint to kind of sit on the top of the paper more than totally absorb in, because I like those vibrant, bright colors. My watercolors tend to be really vibrant, so and I attribute that to the paper that I like. I like that heavier sizing, but it's personal preference. A lot of people would buy the Arches and soak it and then stretch it to remove some of the sizing, and I think maybe that's why Arches has dialed back the sizing on their paper, because very few people soak it now and stretch it. So I guess they're assuming people like a softer size paper, but it makes the paper go bad quicker. My vintage Arches from the 90s is like, I still have some from back when I was teaching. I bought it by the ream, and I still have some that's in good shape. So yeah, that's just something to think about. But I have not had any qualms with Hahnemühle sizing on any of their papers that I've used. I've been very pleased. All their cotton paper I've absolutely loved. Sometimes I was worried about the texture. You can see this very distinct vertical grain to the paper that is something I don't really care for. But in use, I mean, it's just, it must be just whatever machines they put the paper through, because it didn't bother me. And sometimes when I see that pattern, I think, oh no, we're getting into some like, I don't want to say crappy paper, but some like sketchbooks that I've used that are cellulose that aren't that great. I think it might just be put on the same machines maybe, but the paper behaved very beautifully. I just did some wet and wet here. I did use my other Schminke papers, paints that I had on hand, which I really should use more. Maybe I'll use them. They don't leave them on my desk, so I use them a little bit more. The thing that Schminke does not do extruded pans, they do a liquid poured pan, and I live in a humid environment, and I find that unless I have my palettes flat, I do run the risk of them oozing, and I've had that problem here with my colors. I have to keep this travel set completely flat, or they ooze and they stick to the lid, and then I have to use it, either use it off the lid or wash it away, and that seems so wasteful, and I don't like that because this is expensive paint. Schminke is very expensive in the United States. And so I have to, and this is a travel set. I want to be able to throw this in my bag and have it land however it lands and not worry about it. But now I have to baby this palette so badly. First of all, I'm kind of afraid. This is kind of a slight regret purchase. I wanted this so badly for the tin, but I feel like the cap comes off too easily that I have to keep it in its box because I'm afraid I'm going to lose this cap. And without the cap, which is the water receptacle, because it says a little flask in it, which is really too small to hold enough water. But anyway, you know, if I lose that, I've kind of lost the whole point of this palette, which is to have the little cup and everything with it. So I'm glad to have it for the collection because I do feel like it's kind of a nice thing to have in the collection, but I'm very worried about losing the cap. I feel like I might chip the paint putting the cap back on it. I also wanted the Chardin one that you can apparently only find in France. I couldn't find it when I was in France, but I don't know. It's fine, but it's definitely not what I'd hoped. But I can always take those pans out, put other paints in there. I just haven't yet. I mean, that's probably what I should do with a paint that's a little less oozy. But for now, it's kind of a part of the collection. But anyways, I really like this paper. I know I'm going to enjoy filling this up. And yes, you know, I could cut paper down to be into bookmark. I could use up what I had and cut a bunch of bookmarks. I've done that in the past. I have actually the Hahnemühle postcards that they're cellulose, but I have like hand-cut bookmarks I keep in the tin, little short ones for when I have extra time and I'm out and about painting. They're in my travel field box. So yes, I could totally just cut down paper and make this. It's totally ridiculous that I bought this, but I don't regret it, and I do think it's worth the money. So that's a little review just to, you know, show that I used it. I like it. I recommend it. But you know what? You could cut down paper, you could do this, you could fill up pans that you have. You could make a gift like this for somebody that would be absolutely special and beautiful. You can make a little pad of watercolor bookmarks, or just a little stack of them, and make a little kit with an Altoids tin. Make a little mini palette with mixing colors, and cut down a brush even if you wanted to, or add a little water brush and make a really special gift for somebody. You don't have to go out and buy this. You could make it cheaper, but I will say I think it was a good buy. It's definitely worth it. Even if you bought all the pieces on sale for $37.60, still the regular price of this little kit for $25 is less than buying them all separately on sale price, if they're things that you wanted. But obviously it's fun to make things, and you totally could make it. But I just wanted to do a little video about this because who knows, maybe these will be on clearance after Christmas. I know I'm kind of like, I still recommend it. I think it's a great stocking stuffer. I bet they will be on clearance somewhere after Christmas, because this kind of like, it wasn't packaged for Christmas, but it is definitely feeling like a stocking stuffer type item. After I swatch these out, I thought this is ridiculous to put these in my tins that are already full. I don't have room. Wrap them up and wait till I've used up. I know I'll use up especially the PY3. I use that color a lot. Actually, they're all colors I use a lot. So, yeah. So that's fine. But I'll show you these other swatches of Schminke, just in case you're curious. There are some student grade and some, I think I have like 12 student grades and 12 professional colors here. Maybe. I might not have swatched the sepia. And then this is the set that comes with the, no, actually no, these are the colors I put in here. The colors that come with it are these four and those four, and then I added those four in there to kind of fill it out a little bit better. But it does come with kind of a split primary palette, this little guy right here. You know what, I'll just link everything up. This price varies for this guy. And like I said, I don't really regret buying it because I wanted this palette for the collection. I collect travel watercolor palettes. I know it probably sounds ridiculous, but that's one of the things. It's something I enjoy. Some people enjoy fine china and Hummel figurines. This is my collection. This is my thing. Anyway, the colors that you get in with it are, you get a yellow ochre and a Hansa yellow light, or a lemon yellow, you know, a PY3 lemon yellow. You get a cadmium red, and you get a carmine. You get a Prussian blue and an ultramarine blue. And then you get a sepia for your brown, and you get I think it's like a Hooker's Green Deep. You know, I could probably just read it off the package, but if you want to pause it, there's a color numbers. Hopefully I'll let it focus, and you can pause it if you want to. Or you can look it up. I'll link to it. You can do your research and see what you think. But I prefer a warmer brown. I rarely ever use sepia. I should challenge myself. Use sepia, because you never use it, and you have pans of it because it came in sets. I added a brilliant red. I don't know why I put that brilliant red in there. It's awfully close to that. I should really pull that and put something else in there. Maybe I'll pull that. I don't know. Then I put a gamboge, like a really warm mixing yellow, and then I put a viridian hue. I think it's phthalo. It might be Viridian. I'm actually not sure. But I put something in there because I can mix that with the yellow, get a really nice earthy vibrant green, or mix it with the yellow, get a really nice vibrant spring green. So, you know, this little kit is nice the way I have it. It definitely has lots of possibilities. But there you are. I know, this did not meet my expectations, I guess I should say. The fact that this comes off so easy, it doesn't hold very much water. I mean, I should have known that for the size of it is, but you know, you get a bug in your bonnet that you want to have this thing, and then you have to have it, and you know, the collector in me, I suppose. But I do recommend this set. It's a lot of fun, and I like these little postcards, these little bookmarks. I'll have fun painting them for sure. And I'll put a video of this up on my YouTube channel if it's not up already, so that you can paint along if you want to. It's a 10-minute project. It's super easy. Anyway, please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed these reviews. I hope you like them. And as always, till next time, happy crafting. Bye!